Привет, товарищи! Welcome to my masтерская. Today, I'll be showing you how to disassemble and reassemble your Springfield M1A1. Now, to field strip this rifle, it's actually very simple, but you may need a couple of tools. In this video, I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver, and you may, not always, but you may need a 3/8 socket wrench to remove the gas regulator. Alright, let me show you how it's done. Now, to disassemble and maintain the M1A is super simple. The first thing that you do is remove the magazine and rack the weapon to make sure that there's no rounds inside the chamber or in the weapon. After you verify that it's empty, go ahead and flip your safety into the on position. And with some M1As, the trigger guard is very stiff if it's new or hasn't been used a lot, and you may need a screwdriver or a punch or something. But there is a circular hole in the back of the trigger guard, and you just put something in there to act as like a lever. Then you pull straight down, like so, and then at this point you just remove the trigger guard with the trigger components. And we're going to put this in a safer place. At this point, I grab one half of the rifle this way, and with the other hand I grab the receiver, and I'm going to unwedge them like this. And as you guys can see, now at this point, since you've removed the stock, all the internals are ready to be disassembled as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to locate this small little pin right here, and then you can use a screwdriver or anything else that you want, and you can relieve some of the tension by pulling the recoil spring a little bit forward, and then with the screwdriver you push that pin outward. It's super simple. That's the little piece I'm talking about. So as soon as you pull that out, at this point what you can do is the very front, this gas regulator. If it's a little bit stuck or you can't get it off, use a 3/8 wrench or a metric 10mm. That's the next closest thing. And you're going to unscrew it counterclockwise, and that removes just like that. At this point you can shake forward. This is the piston piece right here. Now the very front, this charging handle here, if you can see this little groove right here, there's a little groove on top of the charging handle. So as we pull it back, we're going to line it up, and this is approximately right in the middle of this windage knob, and we're going to push up like so, and we're going to rotate this. You may have to wiggle it just a little bit, but we're going to rotate this down like this and remove it, and that's your charging handle. Super simple. And the last piece left is the actual bolt. As you notice, there's a little kind of like a rotating wheel, and that fits inside the charging handle. But we're going to get it about halfway and push up like so. Nothing to it. At this point, your rifle is now ready to be detailed and cleaned. This is the fullest extent of the field stripping that you need to maintain this rifle. And as you guys can see, this is the trigger group. I have it closed just to show you guys how it all works. I'm going to push my safety forward, and you guys can see how the whole trigger group kind of just opened up, and it's now ready to fire. I'm going to kind of catch it with my thumb to make sure that I'm not damaging this assembly, but I'm going to pull the trigger so you guys can kind of see how it works. If you notice, the spring is on the inside of this tube here, which is very interesting. And your bolt, after firing, the bolt will come back and it'll push the hammer right down and reset the trigger, which is really, really cool. I'm gonna do that one more time. And you can also see where the back of the magazine latches, that clicking sound. And to reassemble it, it's very simple. You just do all the steps in the reverse order. So as we're putting it back, you notice the firing pin, that's this long piece right here. You have to half rotate the bolt just a little bit before you insert it into the frame. And just like so. And make sure that that left lug goes into a groove here. And then you can feel if you've done it successfully or not, just by how smooth this is. At this point, go ahead and put it in this rear space here. Then we're going to take our charging handle. If you notice this ring right here, we're going to insert. Then we're going to line it up with the groove from the previous side. Right here. We're going to make sure that the bolt, the circular roller, it meets the inside of the cavity that's milled out. And we're going to put the charging handle right in the middle of that windage. And we're going to push in. And so, there was a little bit of a click, but I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. And we're going to test to make sure that this is working properly. And it is. At this point, we're going to take our spring and spring guide, and you'll notice that there's a ramped feature like that, and we're going to want to keep it this way, not this way, but this way. We're going to insert this spring. We're going to make sure that this pin is pushed all the way up or to the left. Just like that, and push it all the way back. That is now ready. Now, whenever you're doing this part, you'll notice that on your bolt, there is a flattened section right here, and you're going to want to do it. Let me double make sure. You're going to want to do it facing downwards. The flat head section. You're going to insert it, and I'm going to use a screwdriver to put it in all the way to make sure that it comes out like this. Because you don't want it to bind, you want it to move fairly easily. At this point, I can go ahead and put the gas end cap back on. Then I'm going to take the end cap of my stock and I'm going to position it right there. And then just push straight in until it looks normal. Then make sure my trigger guard is all the way open. Find the respective groove. Make it flush with everything. And push it down until you hear a click. There you go. And at this point, you're ready to see if the rifle works or not. A test rack and a test dry fire. The rifle is fully assembled and ready to rock. So as you guys can see, that was quite simple, and if you do it a couple of times, it'll become like second nature. I've heard of Vietnam vets being able to disassemble these and put them back together in complete darkness with their eyes blindfolded. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. Go ahead and like it down below, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll enjoy seeing you guys next time. Пока-пока.